Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Neeraj Netra, and in today's video we are going to discuss the French plan to win World War II and have it fail. So what is this you ask? First you would need a lot of men to win a war the magnitude of World War II, because obviously you would need millions of men to overwhelm the enemy forces, and then you would need equipment so that all of these men are well equipped and they can fight. And the third you need is a good strategy, and by good I just don't mean like, oh, there is a large enemy garrison in this specific city, just circumvent it. No, yeah, that is a pretty good strategy, but you would need brilliant strategy to prevent those men from fighting for the rest of the war while not tying up lot of your forces. So, what if I told you that the French didn't need this at all to win the war? What the French plan was that, wait guys, let me just erase all of this off, and now I will show you what the French needed. They needed little men, a large number of planning, I mean like the brilliant planning, brilliant, and also little equipment. Wait guys, I will just put this into proportion. Let us say the French men total power is like 100, then the equipment needed to equip these men properly shall be 100. Meanwhile, the strategy the French were about to use or planned to use was like 10,000. Yeah, that's the insane scale. And now I will show you the French plan. Let me just draw a rough figure of the border. Yeah, so wait guys, let me just erase this. This is the Belgian border, and this is the German border. And now wait, let's complete Belgium as a whole so that can have a good perspective. And now green indicates natural barriers. So France had a lot of hills, the Ardennes hills to be more specific, near the German border. So they would send, black indicates second class units, and so they would send second class units to defend them with a small reserve here. And now the terrain here, orange indicates the flat terrain. So the terrain over near the Belgian border was easy to invade. So the French would deploy their best units here. Best units are shown by grey. So the best French units were here. Since the French thought that the Germans, who had limited resources, wouldn't invade through the Ardennes. Wait guys, yellow shows the German army. Now the French thought that they wouldn't have enough to invade the Ardennes, because even when Germany could conscript a lot of men, it would not have the necessary raw materials to equip those men for a long time. And they thought that fighting through the Ardennes was a difficult trek for the Germans, and it would exhaust most of their material. And let us say from where Germany got their materials: oil from Romania, iron ore from Sweden. If the French could deny this, then they could exhaust the German war machine by not letting it the input so that it can have the necessary output. This was the plan. So that the plan was made that British would buy all the oil from Romania, and the blockade would be made to Sweden. If Sweden got around to do something like sending through the Baltic, the ice would remove that route. So sending it through the Norwegian route, if Sweden doesn't comply and Norway allows Swedish merchant ships to pass through, a Franco-British force would land in Norway and invade them. So the French thought that the Germans had to invade through Belgium so that they could get through. Then the French units would move forward into Belgium to counter them. And guys, the dark, no, sorry, the light blue shows the Belgian army. It was thought that the Belgian army would be able to hold off the German advance in Belgium. They could secure some of the territory, and when the French forces came, and when the French elite units come to the fight, then the Germans are gradually gonna be pushed back. And then French, if they had the luck, could launch these units into the assault as well, and thus decimating Germany. And to make matters worse, even Britain would join the war. Okay guys, I am running out of colors. So let us say red arrows indicate Britain, and now even British would be in the war, as they would carry Belgian independence. And all of this would overwhelm the German forces, and then they would just march into Germany while being opposed by the Wehrmacht, and then it would be an easy victory for the Allies. So guys, let us draw a separate front here. Alright, now let us say that the Germans have been invaded. The Allied thrust is gonna go, and probably if the Allies had invaded Norway, they would even attack from the north, and this was supposed to overwhelm the German forces. Wait guys, let us just erase all of this. Now it would take time, but now let us the French plan has been completed. Now let us discuss why France failed in succeeding. Let us just keep the Ardennes Hills. And now, since France had stationed the elite troops here and second class units here, and the elite troops reinforced by some British are indicated with orange over here, and I am able to change colors because it's really confusing guys. And now let's continue with why they failed. And now they thought that the Germans had to invade through Belgium, or else they would fail. Therefore, even the Belgian army was for the alert, since tensions in Europe were rising. And now they thought that they would tie up the German forces in Belgium while nothing would happen. But the Germans were well aware of this, and then they decided, wait guys, the larger lines indicate panzers. The Germans decided that they would send all of their first class troops through here, while a smaller force would attack through the north, and thus they might be able to outflank and reach the sea. The Germans and the French were both gambling on their chances. The French were gambling that the Germans would not move through Ardennes, and if a breakthrough occurred, the operational reserve tanks of the Ardennes would come here and stabilize the front line. But Germans, therefore knowing this, had sent the panzer divisions, which were quickly able to break through the line before the operational reserve could arrive. So guys, let us just show a more detailed scenario for that. Yeah, now this is the entire Ardennes Hill. This is the French force defending it. Here is the operational reserve. This is the German force. This is the panzer group. So the German plan was that the panzers would charge in breakneck speed into the Ardennes, while the infantry would provide a supporting role in the offense, thus creating large gaps in the front line. And it would look something like this. Here the Germans have bypassed, here and here, and also here. So it would look like this. Yeah guys, so by this time the operational reserve would be on the move, but the front line would ultimately collapse, as the Germans had thought. It collapsed in reality, and after that collapse, this operational reserve was unable to do anything, and then even it was annihilated swiftly. Yeah guys, so that was pretty much it. They were annihilated swiftly, and then by the time the operational reserve came, the Germans sent a force to circumvent them from here, thus destroying the Allied capabilities. And now that the operational reserve was gone, let's go back to the main part. The Germans attacked from here. The Allies, panicking, had to split their front line into two. And meanwhile, the German force had arrived through Belgium. The Allies, unable to fight in both of the areas, gave up. They didn't give up. The British had a plan to evacuate all of them to the sea, and then from the few French units, Belgian units, would go on to fight alongside the British as armies in exile, but that failed. Belgian army surrendered. Let's say that this is the Belgian army. Wait guys, it got really messy. Yeah, it's fine, but the space isn't sufficient, so let's just erase all of this. And yeah, as I was saying, the British had a plan to evacuate Belgian and French units to Britain so that they could make a last stand over there. And now, even if France surrendered, these units would fight for France, and then the British would land again with a larger force, overwhelm the Germans, and probably win the war. So that was the British plan, but it's not relevant, but it is not a part of the French plan. But I'm just showing you the aftermath of what happened. So yeah, I think this space would be sufficient for us to do it. So let's get started. Yeah, so let us say this is the Belgian army, and the second larger one is the British army, and this is the French army. Actually, this wasn't the exact situation. Let's just use different colors, guys. This is the Belgian army, and now here there is the French army here, and the British armies are here. The British plan was that they would orderly retreat while exposing their rear guard units to the German to the German attack. While exposing that, a main part would flee out, and then they would continue the resistance as I mentioned. But when Belgian army surrendered, most of these French divisions were caught up, and here the British were broke, and a large number of Allied troops were destroyed, and only a part of French First Army and the British Expeditionary Force managed to evacuate. So that concludes our video, and now I am going to end this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel Neeraj Netra. And if you are enjoying this channel and want to suggest any ideas for me to make, please send it down in the comments below. And bye. Next video shall be uploaded on Sunday.